Garcelle, now I like you, girl. I like you a lot. But you're starting to do a little bit too much for me, and I'm not liking it. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Janelle, and we're here to discuss the latest episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, and we're up to episode 4. This episode starts off where it left off in episode 3 at the end, where Dorit and Kyle was going back and forth at the dinner table. And Kyle had told Dorit, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a listen for a reason. Listen. And Dorit was like, no, boo boo. It's time for you to shut up and listen. So now that's how the episode ended. So now we continue with this conversation. So now Dorit is pretty much telling Kyle how she feel how it's different sets of rules and standards for Kyle. Kyle can basically do and say what she want and shade somebody, but the minute that Dorit feels like she may have crossed the line or pissed Kyle off, then she gets punished. Like she says, if she's not loyal to her, like blindly loyal to a fault, then she gets punished. So now she brings up the comment that she brings up how Kyle got mad over the comment she made back in, I think it was 2019, when Kyle was having her fashion show, her first fashion show, and Dorit was like, oh, she had to step in and save Kyle because Kyle ain't know what she was doing. And she said, Kyle, like, you was mad about that and you iced me out for 6 months over that. So now Kyle is like, oh, yeah, because, this is my business. I'm trying to start a new business. And I feel like you basically was like coming for me and I wouldn't do that for you about your business. So Dorit, like, come on, are you kidding me? So now they show a flashback of when Dorit was having some little function or event or whatever for her little thing. I think her little Beverly Beach brand. And Kyle had shaded her. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was like, do I feel like I'm in like the tropics or whatever? No. So basically, yeah. So now Kyle brings up how, like, she's been kind of going through it for the past couple of years and how, she lost her best friend. And, she did lose her best friend, like her best friend in real life. So, Dorit was like, yes, I gave you grace. I knew that. And that's why I didn't come at you too hard. But she's like, at this point, Kyle, like, you've pushed me too far. So now Dorit brings Erica into it. And she asks Kyle, oh, was you mad at Erica when I showed her the text? And they showed a flashback of when she showed Erica the text at the reunion. And Erica pretty much was like, yeah, it does sound mad manipulative, So then Kyle was like, yeah, that did bother me. But, that's the only thing Erica really did to me. Like, you did a few things that led to where we at right now. So now Dorit is like, so was you mad at what she said on Watch What Happens Live? And I'm like, at this point, Dorit, you're throwing Erica under the bus practically. Like, it's like, are you trying to make Kyle mad at Erica too? So Erica jumps in to defend herself, and she was like, when Andy asked me the question, I believe the question was something about who does she think should get it the most at the reunion, like get the worst kind of grilling. And she said everybody should get it. Like, basically, she was saying, like, if I'm not mistaken, this was the season after her season with the whole Tom situation when they really got on her, when that was a real hard reunion for Erica. Like, they was grilling her all about her involvement with Tom's crimes, what she knew, what she didn't know, what she was holding back, what she was lying about. So, yeah, she said, the way they got at my ass, I want to see them get at everybody else's ass this year. I guess they figured she was talking about Cal because that was when Cal was having the bad season with Kathy, I think. And I guess I don't remember, but it wasn't that serious, I believe. Dorit, you was just reaching. It wasn't really nothing that serious that Erica said that Cal could really be mad about. She didn't single Cal out. So now Dorit basically explains how, yeah, you wasn't mad at Erica for doing it, but if it was me, I would have been like iced out. So now you see Jennifer, she's open her confessional and she's like, oh my gosh, like, can we eat? I'm just ready to eat. Like, can we wrap this up, ladies? And Bowles, like, don't know what's going on. So she says she feels like with this group of ladies, no one is direct with each other and there's just so many layers to peel back. But she ain't scared. So now, Sutton says how she can relate to Dorit as far as being iced out by Kyle because she's been on that receiving end of being iced out by Kyle as well. So Kyle is trying to defend herself and Sutton is telling her like, no, Kyle, you do ice people out. You know what I'm saying? You don't like people to be upset with you. So, and Kyle was like, who does want people to be upset with them? And Sutton was like, I get it, but you really don't like it or whatever. So, you know, she can relate with Sutton a little bit on how Kyle basically, when she feels like you didn't act right as her friend or you wasn't loyal to her, she'll shut you out. Like, she won't speak to you for like 6 months, as Dorit said. So all Sutton was saying was that she can relate. So now at this point, Dorit says that it's more than that. It's about, this is how Kyle been treating her since she met her. And she says that when she does things like that and she shades her or she ices her out, and Dorit will be like, oh, why did you do this to me? Or why did you treat me in this way? Kyle will be like, oh, I was mad because I was mad. And it's like pretty much when you're mad, your actions towards me are excusable. But mine are inexcusable and I don't have the right to be mad. I'm acting that part. But that's what it gives, what Kyle expects from her friends. So now, Kyle acknowledges, yeah, you know, I do that. I do ice people out. I get mad. And, you know, maybe I need to work on that. So now Dorit apologizes for sharing the text with Erica. And as she's telling her that, Erica's whispering to Bowles, telling her, like, don't erase none of your text messages. Like, keep all of your text messages, like, in this group. So now, Cal basically, she doesn't feel like Dorit's apology is sincere. And Dorit is trying to tell her, like, it is. I never meant to hurt you. Like, I didn't mean to do these things to make you feel that way. So she's apologizing for things. So I don't know why, but Garcelle decides to interject herself into it and say how she disagrees with what Dorit said about being sorry and being able to, because Cal said that Dorit doesn't like to take that accountability or whatever, and Dorit was saying she does, and Garcelle basically was like, I disagree. And I'm like, Garcelle, not for nothing, but why did you get involved in this back and forth between, this is between Cal and Dorit. Erica only said something because she was brought into it, but nobody mentioned your name. So why are you saying something? I'm gonna keep it real. Like, from that first episode when she made the announcement about her and PK, and you were reading it with your son, and you shaded her, you was like, yeah, of course it's Dorit. It's long-winded. It's long and winded. When you was with Ali, your son Oliver, I laughed at that because it was funny, it was cute, but I'm not going to front. A little voice in the back of my mind was like Garcelle, are we still coming for Dorit this season? We still on that? So that was one thing. But then the next episode, or was it 2 episodes later, you had basically was all in her conversation when she was talking to both at the table, and you was ear hustling trying to hear what they were saying, and you felt away because you wasn't a part of the conversation. And it was like, not for nothing, Garcelle, she was talking about her personal life and her what's going on with her marriage right now to both. You and her are not friends. You don't like her. She doesn't like you. So why would she share that with you? Why would you even want her to share that with you? Why did you need to be a part of that conversation? It's like, did you want to hear the conversation so you could go ahead and shade her later or try to call her out on something later that she said? I just didn't get that. It was weird to me, Garcelle, and I saw the chatter online. I'm not the only person who felt that way. It's like, please, Garcelle, do not let your main storyline this season be you coming for Dorit. We get it. You don't like her. She doesn't like you. This has been going on for a few seasons now. Let's not every episode you're coming for her with a quick little quip because it's starting to become a little like you're bothered, and I don't want that for you. I really like you, Garcelle. So I don't want that for you. I'm not a Dorit fan, even though I'm cheering for her this season because she's finally giving us what she should have gave us seasons ago. But I haven't forgotten her little, you know, passive, what you call it, microaggressions or whatever. I haven't forgotten her little Karen tendencies. I haven't. But Garcelle, like, you're doing too much at this point. Get over it. So I'm going to leave it there for now, but we're going to come back to you because you did it again later. But let's not jump again. So now you see a montage of the ladies getting ready for the next day. You see Kyle, she's doing her hair. Jennifer, she's doing something with a hat and she got her initials in it saying how I can never get lost or confused or whatever. And Bowles, she's on FaceTime with her daughter. So now Garcelle and Sutton, you see Garcelle and Sutton together and they're talking about dinner last night about the whole Kyle and Dorit situation. So Sutton is saying how, like, she was hoping they would get it over with or take it to another table or something because she just wanted to eat her dinner, child. Like, she ain't come here for all that. You could tell her and Jennifer are besties because Jennifer was saying the same thing in her confessional at the dinner. Like, can we eat now? Like, are we allowed to eat? She stops by Erica's room to check in with her, and Erica, tells Dorit, how she's concerned for her mental health right now because of what she's going through with PK and everything and all this stress, going through with a friend. And Erica basically says, because she remember when she was going through it with Tom, sometimes it can put you on edge and you snap at people and you might come across mean or whatever. And we do remember Erica was very mean that season when she was going through her situation with Tom. She was, she was like, you was walking on eggshells with her, honey. And we all know Erica got a nasty attitude. Like, she can give you very much, what, huh? Excuse me? So now, you see Jennifer, Dorit says to Erica, that she's putting her foot down when it comes to PK and she's putting her foot down when it comes to Kyle. She pretty much like, I ain't having it. So now we see Jennifer, she's talking with Kathy and Kyle and they're talking about the situation as well, and they're pretty much saying you guys are going to have to come to some type of resolution or whatever, and address this again because it really didn't go nowhere. And Kyle is just pretty much giving, look, I'm just trying to have a good time today, have some cocktails. I don't got time for this, all right? So now they show a montage of everybody getting ready. You see Dorit, she's getting ready. Kathy, she's getting ready, and you see her turn around and do a spin and a quick little slide, and I'm like, Kathy is just a hoot. I always catch Kathy just being a fool, and I'm here for all her foolery, okay? Because I can be a fool myself. So you see Garcelle, she's leaving out, and now Sutton arrives in the lobby to meet Jennifer, Bowles, and Kyle, who are already down there. And they're like giving her she was giving like a JoJo Siwa type of look, like with the ponytail and the bandana, the scarf tied around it. But she said she was actually going for Grace Kelly. It gave JoJo, but when she said Grace Kelly, I was like, okay, I can see that too. Now that you said it, but when I first saw you, it was giving JoJo, okay? And so now Garcelle arrives looking basic. Then Dorit looking fabulous. I love her cute little pink Chanel cap or whatever. It was real cute with her little outfit. It was just sort of giving, I'm hanging out, but I'm also a little dressed up in case we get into something. It was a mix. It was cute. So now Cal, when she sees Dorit, she's like, she feels awkward. Girl, I thought you said you want to have a good time. All right? So now Kathy arrives and she lets them know they're running late. So she has those what do you call those vehicles? They like golf carts. You know the vehicles that has like no doors or nothing, and you just sitting in it and y'all driving like when they drive in the golf cart to like the next hole. But they were like the fancy type versions of golf carts. So they was going there to the boat. They going on a boat now. So as they're on a boat, you see Bo. She's asking Garcelle, like, have you ever been on a boat with these ladies? And Garcelle's like, yeah, girl. And Bo's like, how was that? And here go Garcelle. Well, Erica was trying to figure out her balance of pills and alcohol. So you hear Bo, she's like, excuse me? What did you just say? I'm sorry, what did you just say? So they both just cracking up, gagging. So now you see Cal is telling them how before they was coming, I guess Kathy had called her room to tell her if she asked if she had an extra toothbrush. And she said when she got to her room to take her toothbrush, Kathy was brushing her teeth with her eyebrow brush. I'm like, what? Kathy, you are ghetto, okay? You are ratchet, sis. From taking your extensions out at the party to screaming through the paper towel holder to this, like, you are officially a hood rat. You hood, sis. You ghetto, okay? So now they arrive at the boat and the captain introduces himself. Captain Theo. Sutton is smitten. She likes Captain Theo, so she thinks he's hot. So as he's giving them his little, I guess, introduction and talking to them, she's all fantasizing and fetishizing about this man. And I'm like, not Miss Prim and Proper, who walked out of the Magic Mike show. But yeah, so now they getting ready for lunch, and all I saw was some lobsters, child, and I immediately, my eyes perked up, and I was like, lobsters, I can use some of those, baby. I was wishing I was on that boat, okay? So now Cal says Kathy can be bossy because you see Kathy in the background telling a guy how to put the lobsters on the grill. She's saying something about how something else should be placed. And Cal is just saying how Kathy can be bossy. Like, before you know it, she's going to be telling the captain how to, like, ride the boat. So now Cal is like, where's Dorit and Erica? Because Dorit and Erica are missing. So they show Dorit and Erica, I guess, downstairs on the other part of the boat. And Dorit is ordering her drink. It's, let me make sure I get it right. Belvedere. I don't even need to look. See? A Belvedere with club soda and 3 lemons squeezed. Carcass out. So she ordering her drink. So as Cal is asking where they at, here go Garcelle. I don't think Dorit want to see me right now. Garcelle, it's not about you, boo-boo. Have a seat. She's ordering her Belvedere club soda, 3 lemons squeezed and carcass out. Let her be. Whoever would think I would be defending Dorit against Garcelle when a couple of seasons ago, for the past couple of seasons, I was defending Garcelle against Dorit. But the tables have turned because you're dragging this little thick beef y'all got going, and it's just like let's stick with your storyline of trying to find out who you are as a woman at a particular age. Stick to that, okay? So now the chef announces the menu. They're gonna have a seasonal green salad and an assortment of skewers, chicken, shrimp, and lobster. And I'm like, yes, let me start with one of each, and we'll take it from there, okay? So now Sutton asks Callan to read like how they're doing, what's going on, where they at, and Dorit says how she feels hurt. She's hurt, but she loves Cal. So now Cal goes to like reciprocate and talk, and she's all choked up and choking up. So you don't even really understand what sis is saying. And honestly, I didn't really care what she was saying, so I didn't even like try to rewind it to figure it out. So now Dorit points out the irony of how their husbands are like getting along so good and closer than ever, and they over here beefing with each other. So now Cal apologizes again and says she's gonna work on, the way she treats Dorit. And Dorit says that she feels optimistic about, them moving forward. Cautiously optimistic, however, nonetheless. So now Garcelle, she wants to go downstairs to see the rest of the boat. I guess wherever Dorit and Erica had just came from. She want to go see the rest of the boat and maybe order her a little drinky drink too. So, and then Kyle is like, she looking for her phone. So they walk off and they step off, and you see something go to Dorit, and she asks Dorit to go downstairs with her. So now they all four downstairs and going their separate ways. And you see Garcelle and Kyle, they're talking. Garcelle asks her like, how she feeling. And Kyle says, she feels better now that her and, Dorit got a chance to talk and kind of like make some progress. So now Sutton wants Dorit to know. Meanwhile, Sutton wants Dorit to know that she's there for her, and she can, like, if she needs somebody to lean on based on what she's going through, she can relate. She's been through a divorce before, and she know how, it can get. Meanwhile, Garcelle is telling Cal how she is afraid of where she goes next. She still is trying to find herself as a woman. Like, she's already found herself as a wife. She found herself as a mother. But what's next for her? Like, is it to find her next love and be, happily ever after? Or is there more in her career? Like, she's kind of like, I guess, anxious about her future and what's next for her. Because, like, she's going to always be a mother. But Oliver is a grown man, so he doesn't even live in the same state as her. And her twin sons are about to be off and on their own as well. They're grown, they're young men now. So, at some point, it's like you're not going to have that motherly role. It's not going to be your primary role. So now, I can relate. She knows, like, so now she's like, what happens next? And Cal can relate. Cal is like, my identity has always been a wife and a mother. That's who I've always been. But now she's going through this, divorce with Mauricio. She's basically an empty nester. She only got one daughter left for her, and she's the next one to be up out the house. So she's admits that she's afraid of being alone. Like, does she just grow old and die alone? Like, and I can relate, Kyle. I know that feeling, so I can relate with you on that, Kyle. So now, Sutton tells Dorit is telling Sutton how she's never felt so alone and so vulnerable. And then she says how, in her confessional, how her and Sutton has never been friends like that. So she's happy that Sutton is extending this. And they show the flashbacks of their several clashes. And yeah, they went at it a few times. So now Sutton tells Dorit, I'm here for you. If you really going through this and it goes there with PK where y'all really getting in a divorce, I'll sit in the ring with you. And Dorit is like, thank you. I appreciate that. So now Garcelle is talking, and meanwhile Garcelle is saying to Kyle, like, yeah, and she said she did have a point when she was like, oh, Kyle and Mauricio are all good. Like, they both cool, living their best life, and y'all over here fighting with each other. So now Kyle is like, oh no, I do speak to PK. And Garcelle is like, what? She's gagging, like, what? Like, gagging. So now, meanwhile, where the other ladies are at upstairs on the boat, the ladies are asking Bowles about her man. So she tells them about her man. And at the same time, she's telling us about her man. She found her brother this time, guy. He's black, all right? So she's into this dude. And she tells the ladies that I think her nephew or one of her nephew friends, somebody, his nephew introduced them. And she was like, do I look like I'm the type that'll date somebody's uncle or whatever? Or it was somebody that told her and he was their nephew or something. I don't remember how that whole dynamic was. But anyway, so Kathy asked her, how did she manage going through, the loss of her other husband and all of that, her husband. So she says after that, she realized she had to focus more on herself, her career, and her daughter. But, when she finally got back in the game or whatever, it was kind of hard for her to get back in the game. And when she started dating again, her luck with men wasn't the best. She was meeting like the liars, the cheaters, the scammers, like we all do. So basically, she was telling them this one guy, how one of her exes, she said she straight up and down asked him, like, are you still sleeping with your baby mother? And he told her, yeah. And so now Jennifer shares a story. And both, at least he kept it real with you, because some guys will say no. All right? So at least he did be honest with you. But, you found the opportunity to find out. So now, Jennifer shares a story about how she was dating some guy who was fronting like he was some big producer or whatever type of thing in Hollywood. And he was supposed to have like this billboard and all that with his face on it. And pretty much he was a liar, a cheater, a scammer. So that was a cute little bomb, to talk about how these ninjas ain't shiznit, okay? So now they're exiting the boat soon, and as they're exiting the boat, Kathy tells Captain Theo how Sutton might need some help. He might have to carry her off, so he carries her in his arms, and she's like, oh my gosh, it feels Sutton is in bliss right now, okay? So now Erica is telling him after he puts her down how, Sutton want to know if he's single because she's interested. And earlier, Sutton had gave Dorit her number to give to him. So Dorit passed him the number. And he went to Sutton and was like, nice to meet you. Anyway, on Watch What Happens Live later, they checked in with her about that. And Sutton said that he did reach out to her, but he had a girlfriend. So it ain't going nowhere. So now they show a montage of everyone getting ready for dinner. Sutton is preparing a speech, and she's showing it to her hairstylist, and her hairstylist is like, girl, that speech is long and winded. So now they get to the dinner, and the dinner table is gorgeous. I must say, it was very gorgeous. So now Cal had took a picture of Bose, and she was like, oh, this picture came out fire. Like, so Bose was like, oh, I'm about to send that to my man right now. So then that leads Cal to ask Kathy if she sends nudes to Rick. And Kathy says how, first Erica was like, hell yeah. Not to Rick, but, I send nudes, whatever. So then Kathy says she doesn't send nudes, but they have a couple in the bank. So Cal in her confessional was like, who the hell has nudes in a vault in a bank? Like, only Kathy. And she probably got on some furry slippers and some lingerie. So now they announced the menu. So it's going to be a panzanella salad, followed by said chicken breasts with chanterelle mushrooms, fava beans, and a beurre blanc. Yummy. It sounds good. I don't think I got a chance to see anything, though. I saw the panzanella salad. It looked cute. It was good. I forgot. He told them what was in the salad, but I was so busy looking at it. So now Garcelle decides that she wants to question Dorit about a post that she had reposted from Teddy. Apparently, Teddy had tagged Dorit in a post where they were together hanging out at one of her father's concerts, because Teddy's father is John Mellencamp. So Garcelle is like, I thought y'all wasn't friends or whatever. Because remember last episode when Cal tried to say she was mad at Dorit for not defending Cal at Watch What Happens Live, and Dorit was like, I mean, we friends, but we not close. So Dorit was like, yeah, we not. So Garcelle pretty much trying to say because she reposted Teddy's post that they have to be friends. Garcelle, I repost things from people that I don't even know half the time, so that doesn't make us friends. If they repost something, if somebody tags me in something, especially if it's something like Somebody that tagged me at a time we was at a party together or we were hanging out, and they'll tag me like when they come up in their memories, or they, when they post it, it'll tag me like, oh girl, like to show me I posted our video together. So, and I'll repost it. So, what does that have to do with anything, Garcelle? This is what I mean, Garcelle. You're doing too much. Like, stop trying to comfort this lady. I get it. You don't like her. You have every reason not to like her, but it's starting to become an obsession. And I don't want that for you, Garcelle. I don't like that for you at all. Please stop. I don't want to see you doing any more side comments, or just, it's like you're always trying to call this lady out and expose her, and it's just starting to become too much now. So now Sutton gives her speech. She pulls out some type of ribbon and has some type of sister ceremony where they put their palms together, and she says how we're all sisters for life and we're bonded and all this. And I'm like, girl, how many times have we seen this happen on a Housewives show, one of these type of ceremonies? And it was the perfect promo for the beginning of the season when they show the season and they're showing, like, they could have been showing that ceremony, and as they're showing the ceremony, they're showing clips from all the drama that's happening this season. That was a perfect promo part right there. I'm surprised I didn't use that. So now now it's the next day, and the ladies are all getting ready to leave. They're packing up, so they all get in a sprinter to leave. And as they're in a sprinter ride into the airport, Sutton is like, that ceremony we had last night was serious to me, and I feel like some people was like clowning it. But she said, I really want us to all be real with each other and be honest. So now she decides to call out Erica and was like, Erica, last night when Dorit was talking about the Teddy post, you whispered something to Cal. Like, what was that all about? So now Erica and Cal looking like, basically like stuck caught red-handed. So now Dorit is like, let me clarify what I said. And she repeated herself. She said, I said that me and Teddy were friends, but we weren't that close. So now, like, basically when she said that at the dinner table, she was explaining that at the dinner table. That's the part I forgot to say because I got distracted. Sorry, and I had to stop and restart. But when she said that at the dinner table, when Garcelle pressed her about it, and she said, she said, we're friends. Like, that's what I said. We're friends, but we're not that close. And so now she's clarifying what she said. But when she was saying it at the dinner table, you saw Erica whisper to Cal, like, that's not what she said. So now she's reiterating it, and they show the flashback, and that's exactly what she said. She said, yeah, me and Teddy are friends, but I wouldn't say that we're close. We're not. So pretty much she said what she said, and the flashback proved that she said what she said. So y'all just reaching at this point. Why am I defending Dorit? I'm just being honest. I'm not a Dorit fan, but I'm just being honest. I'm watching and I'm just seeing the bullshit unfold before my eyes, and I'm calling it out. So now, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but for some reason, Dorit and Sutton started to get into it and start yelling at each other. And I'm like, huh? What happened? So now, as they're talking, Dorit is saying how Sutton switched up. This is not the same woman who was talking to me on the boat saying, yeah, I got your back. I'm here for you. She's like, different mode of transportation, different woman. That was my favorite line of the episode. So now they basically going back and forth. So the girls is basically saying, Garcelle is just like, we just want it to be a safe space where if we want to call somebody out and hold somebody accountable, we should be able to do that without it being no, like, animosity. So Dorit is like, fine, well, since we doing that, let me point out how Sutton, like, you're always saying how you come at me, yelling at me, but then when I match your tone, you want to give, oh, why are you yelling at me? So basically, they're going back and forth, and the other ladies is over it. Cal is like, oh my gosh, just get me to the plane and take me home. And that's how the episode ends, with them arriving to their private jet to go home. So yes, this was a good episode. I was there for it, but Garcelle, you're dragging it now. Please let this be the last episode where you throw some little dig at Dorit or you call yourself pulling something out of the hat or trying to put her on the spot. Please focus on you and leave this woman alone. All right? Let her have her season and have your season. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a pretty good episode, and I'm here for it. And hope you guys comment down in the comment section. Hope you like and subscribe. And I'm going to start spreading the words about my videos so that more people can start watching because I'm trying to, improve. Always room for improvement. I am behind on Potomac, so when I do my recap, it's going to be a double recap from last week's episode and this recap of this week's episode and all in one. I saw this week's episode. I just want to rewatch it. I already have my notes for last week's episode. And I will be doing Beverly Hills a little bit later. I'm sorry, Salt Lake City a little bit later today as well. In the meantime, guys, take care later.